We're going to take it. We will take the 2 points.
Get ready to fly.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Carter Nolan is not behind the camera right now, but he will edit it because he's very responsible like that. Yeah, that means that I have to do all this work myself. You know, except for the actual editing. But anyway, Jets win 5-4 over the Florida Panthers in overtime to extend their lead over the Calgary Flames for the second wildcard spot to 6 points, also known as 3 wins. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, tell me what team you support, because I'm very curious to know. But yeah, I cover every single Winnipeg Jets game of the year. I do live game reactions to them. I do live in-arena reactions to them sometimes. And tonight was filled with a lot of reactions, let me tell you. 9 goals, 9 reactions. We know how it works. So, the Jets came into a game, and they played really good. However, then things got stupid. And when they got stupid, they got real goddamn dumb for the Winnipeg Jets. And I have to write down what the scoring was because, honestly, I still can't believe that we had such a big lead. Jets go into this game winning only 2 of their last 11, which is a damning statistic and one that you would hope to not be repeated, especially since they had pretty much pissed away 3 straight games. 3 straight games that they should have won. All of it, they got a combined 2 points out of 6 that they could have received. Going in, I was nervous. I was really nervous. I thought that they would come to play against a Paul Maurice-led team. However, I also had this growing fear that the Panthers just wanted it more because they themselves are also in a playoff hunt. Guess what? They did, but it didn't matter because Connor Hellebuyck is a god. Connor Hellebuyck is a goddamn god. But yeah, let's get this started. Jets will open the scoring pretty early on a power play chance. Mark Scheifele makes it 1-0 reaction here. Fucking Wheeler can't skate. Perfect. Now, Jackson, I once again ask you, how are we feeling?
You know, we're being outshot 9-2.
We're shitting on Blake Wheeler.
Yeah. A staple of Winnipeg sports. It's okay, my grandma could have made that pass. Huh?
Yeah, and then the Jets don't get many shots. It's literally on the power play. Jets don't get many shots to start this game. They don't play bad in the beginning, but there was a lot of, emphasis on quality over quantity. It doesn't mean they were playing comfortable. They were giving up way too many shots to the Panthers, but it does mean that there was a bit of an understanding on why the shot count was so lopsided. That being said, Nikolai Ehlers would then fly down the right flank and shoot it real perfectly placed shot just over the pad of Sergei Bobrovsky to make a 2-0 reaction here.
Oh my god, Ehlers needed it so bad. Oh yes, all of the grandpas that used to live in Winnipeg before they retired are up there. God, I could see him aiming that corner too. Jackson, how comfortable are we feeling with this?
Comfortable when the game's over.
It's a good start. Oh, that's a perfect shot. Just under the blocker over the pad.
Yeah, and then this is where the game starts to go a little bit wonky. The Jets' penalty kill was horrendous tonight. This has been, and which is very concerning, because this is the only part of the Winnipeg Jets game that even through the thick and thin has been completely consistent. It wasn't tonight. It was god-awful. And with that, the Panthers would score to make it 2-1. Reaction here.
Hellebuyck went way the fuck too over, though. That bro was defending the corner.
They have 18 shots.
It's another New York game. How's this happen? Oh, obviously goal interference. Hey, yeah, you hit him in the face.
Yeah, and then this is where everything just kind of, everything needed to work a lot more smoother. The Jets didn't need to make this so hard for themselves. And I'm worried about how this team is mentally because I feel like there's like the Jets are in their own head. A lot of things were working well, but then they just kind of just collapse upon themselves. Thankfully, it doesn't really matter how they do because Vladislav Nemestikov, on the dying seconds of the first period, would score on a delayed power play while being on the power play themselves to make it 3-1 reaction here.
Vladdy! What did I say? What were you saying? What did you
Well, I'm being a normal person, and I wanted the Jets to touch the puck.
And what did Zach say?
So that, just for context, because there's a delayed penalty, you probably want your 5-on-3 out there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We kept going here.
And Zach said, let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. And they cooked.
Oh, it's because Ehlers is on the ice.
Yep. Let's go. So we're still in the power play. No.
Vladislav Nemestikov had his best game as a Winnipeg Jet by far, and he has been so impressive as a Jet thus far. So is Nino Niederreiter. Niederreiter got an assist tonight as well, keeping his point streak alive. Nemestikov has a 2-game point streak. Niederreiter has like a 5 or 6 game point streak. They have been great additions for the Winnipeg Jets. No one can fault that. Nonetheless, we go to the second period, and the second period is weird. It's very weird. So the Jets score 1, and what's it called? The Panthers score 1. Panthers will score first to make it 3-2 reaction here.
Is there a Logan Stanley okay. So what is the vibe? Oh, brother. Oh, I can see him just.
With 3 down low on the 3 up.
Where's Stanley go? He failed to stop the pass and then stopped the pass after he stopped the. Oh my heavens.
And then, out of goddamn nowhere, like even in the second half, the whole second half of this game, I think Matthew Tkachuk, like he kind of shaded the Jets and saying like they didn't have an answer for us in the final 20. But honestly, he's kind of right. Like the Jets didn't really have an answer for the second half of this game. There was a lot of bad turnovers. Also, too, let's address something. I'm worried about Josh Morrissey. His hip does not look okay. It's a good sign that he was walking, but he's doubtful for tomorrow and probably will be reassessed at a later date, as well as Adam Lowry. And if those guys are out of the lineup, I don't think we're beating Tampa tomorrow. But Vladislav Nemestikov will be in the lineup tomorrow, and he goes and scores again.
I absolutely love Vladislav Nemestikov. Holy shit. That was the patience. The patience. Shot. Wait, bang. Wheeler does his job.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nemesnikov waits Bobrovsky out, scores, slides it home, gives us a 2-goal lead going into the third period. What could go wrong? The answer, everything! Where's the Mike Award? Don't worry, I'm not giving it to Connor Hellebuck. The reigning defending Mike Ward definitely has to go to Logan Stanley and Neil Pionk. Sometimes they played together. They played together sometimes. So many turnovers. So bad. So bad. Also, the goal in the second period was on Logan Stanley partially. He just doesn't understand how to... He's so tall. Did you know he was 6'7"? That's the only thing that's important about it because then he can't reach down to touch the ice. Touch grass. No, first shift of the third period. Mark Stahl scores to make it 4-3 reaction here.
Mark Stahl. No, they have not all been in slow motion. Mark Stahl retribution. Helly! You gotta get that caught. Helly just flubs this. Icky.
There's no way Mark's still wired that much.
I was gonna. Well, did you hear the delay?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
It took 3 days to get the net.
Yeah, that's a bad goal. That is a bad goal. Hellebuck thinks he gets it, but it's actually right by the ear. It's a good shot, but Hellebuck just doesn't read it properly. If he puts his glove out like this and he's ready for the shot and just goes like this, he's good. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He just goes like this. Tips past him in the net. It's almost a slow play. Not great. Not great at all. And then on the power play again, Matthew Tkachuk would tie it 4-4 reaction here.
The Panthers on a back-to-back are gonna pull.
We're not even halfway through the third period. We're not getting a point. We're not even getting a point. We're not even getting a point.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Welcome to Jets hockey.
DeMello, that's your guy, mate. He pushed him into the puck.
Yeah, it's... And then this game becomes bedlam because the Panthers don't stop and the Jets can't get it going. They're also, too, they did this thing where they reviewed a hit that Scheifele made, and they agreed that it was not a penalty at all, which was good. I was so upset when... Here's the thing, though. Here's my question, okay? This is before the 4-4 goal, but I have to ask this. If you're admitting that it's not a penalty on Scheifele, right? And you have Scheifele in the box and everyone else, and you have guys pushing and shoving after the whistle, wouldn't that then allow Winnipeg to get the power play? Because you're not blowing the whistle because Forsling is on the ground. You're blowing it because Mark Scheifele is getting manhandled by two Panthers. Logan Stanley was also the last guy to come in. And also, too, I laugh so hard. Ryan Lomberg, of course he's in there. Bum. Ryan Lomberg is a bum, and I hate him. He's like JetsHub. Jackson from JetsHub compared him to a bad Brandon Tanev. I compared him to a bad Yoel Armia, because he's a fourth line upside. But yeah, it's like, he got bloodied in that scrum. But it's like, if you're not, why is he the only one in the box? If Mark Scheifele gets jumped by two players after a clean hit, the Jets should have the power play. They don't. Then they take a penalty immediately after, which is Vladislav Nemeskovich, which leads to the 4-4 goal. That was his only blemish in this game. We go to overtime, or we barely get to overtime. It's scraped thin. They barely survive to get to overtime. Panthers then miss open nets galore in overtime. I don't know how we survived, but all of a sudden in the final minute, Mark Scheifele scores to give your Winnipeg Jets the overtime win. Reaction here.
Tightly off the bench comes Schmidt into the foul corner.
How does that help? Oh! Yeah! That's a coping. Utter chaos. Utter chaos. I don't know how Scheifele even scored from that angle. Like, I would, like most people on earth would have missed that shot. He didn't. Great to see. And the Jets walk away with 2 points. Unbelievable. 3 stars in this game. A first star from the Winnipeg, 3 stars. We'll go, honorable mention. Ooh, it's a tough one because I don't have Morrissey on this one. Not that he had a bad game. He just wasn't there a lot. For honorable mention, we're going to give it to... I'm going to give it to Mason Appleton. And I understand he's very frustrating. However, he's got close on so many chances, and he's actually played a bit of a physical game. He tattoos a guy in the third period with a clean hit. So, you know, there's stuff there to like. Third star, Mark Scheifele, overtime winner and 2-goal performance. Second star, Connor Hellebuyck. I know he should technically get the first star, but I'm not because I just feel like it's just the Hellebuyck. I feel like it's too natural to give Hellebuyck the first star every game, right? So we're going to give him second star. First star, Vladislav Nemeskovich. 3-point night. 2 goals, 1 assist, including the second goal and the go-ahead. Like, pretty much 2 goals for insurance markers, which were needed, honestly. And he's showing that he can play in the middle 6 and the top 6. Ehlers also had 3 assists, so actually I'll put him as honorable mention as well. But it's good to see. Where does that leave us tomorrow? I hope the Jets win tomorrow, and I hope Calgary loses. Because if we can get a 4-game lead on them, I can feel like we can possibly escape Calgary. We can get out of this garbageness, and we can get past them. But I'm worried. I'm still worried. I'm not convinced yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Huzzah.
Connor, the old Svechnikov for Connor, and score! Pierre